Now, of course, we know that getting gifts from people means something, and typically whatever you get someone, they're going to appreciate the gesture. However, instead of going to a big box store and getting something generic because you're not really sure what to get them, you could be buying them a really well-designed, useful, and thoughtful gift that is actually memorable and something that they really want to keep. Personally, I really love secondhand shopping at thrift stores for something super unique or vintage, but that isn't always the most realistic option when it comes to shopping for gifts for everybody on your list. So over the years, I've ended up compiling this giant list of brands and businesses that are mainly small and local, and they carry a really great variety of curated items that are well designed and pretty much appropriate for just about anyone in your life. So let's jump into some of my favorites. The first shop I love is Kinto. Their ethos is literally creating thoughtful objects that bring comfort and inspiration to everyday life, which is basically what this video is about. I love everything on this site, and I personally have their amber pitcher that I constantly get compliments on. All of their items are so versatile for probably anyone on your list, but my favorite call out here is their aroma oil warmer. It's super chic looking and it kind of resembles a pour over coffee situation. I think this is much more thoughtful than getting a candle for someone that they might not prefer the scent of, or they just don't like the container that it's in. Plus, something like this has a lifetime of use. They could always use different essential oils depending on their mood or the season. And if you're getting this as a gift, I would include a couple of your favorite essential oils just so that they have some scent options in the future. I think getting someone a limited subscription to a magazine or a wine club is such an amazing gift for those people who want to try things out but maybe don't want to make the investment, or they just love and appreciate those types of things. Two of my favorite magazines that I always suggest to people are Emotion or Apartamento. I suggest these because they release biannually, so you only get one every 6 months, and they're a lot cheaper than buying a coffee table book. However, they feel like coffee table books. I think each one of these would run about $22 or $25 an issue. They're much bigger than the traditional magazine, and all of the stories and photography are fantastic, and they just look so good on the really nice paper. If you don't know, Apartamento is for those of us who love interior design, and Emotion is described as an every person surfing mag, so you don't really need to be immersed in surfing culture to appreciate all of the really great photography and super diverse stories that they have in there. However, if the person you're shopping for would probably prefer a cocktail or wine subscription, Flask & Field is a great LA local women-owned business that creates super unique gift sets and bundles, and a really great affordable wine club that ships right to their home. So there's this place in downtown LA called The Row, and they have a lot of really interesting small businesses there. And one of them is super cool. They're called High Tide Downtown LA, and they carry so many cool, interesting, well-designed items. Definitely check out their website. But the ones that I really love are Penco and Kaveco. Penco has these super fun, modern, kind of mid-century, utilitarian, industrial items that I just am kind of obsessed with for an office. They have a really great stapler or a tape dispenser, or they have these really interesting stackable pile-up caddies that you could organize all of your office stuff in. And they also carry this marbled melamine tray company, and I think these are so cool and vintage looking. So a great gift that I would like to receive would be a cool tray with all these fun little office items on there. Maybe you could gift it to a coworker, or maybe your friend has a creative studio that they work at, or your dad loves that kind of stuff, or even just somebody who loves mid-century and minimal design. Additionally, I think these Kaveco pens are so cool, and not just because of the way they look. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but this brand was started in Germany in the 1800s, and they create really high quality pens for a good price point. They're really portable and lightweight, so they're nice to write with, but also you can buy refills for the ink for about $8, and there's tons of colors that you can choose from. So this is definitely a forever piece that only costs you maybe $22. I think the classic sport rollerball version is the nicest to write with. It feels really smooth. So I'd probably give that to an illustrator or a writer or your boss, or you could just include it into the little tray that you're making with all the other fun office supplies. Casa y Cocina in San Diego is probably one of my favorite places to browse through in person because they have such a specific design aesthetic, and everything is just very tactile and handmade. Most of their products are made by Mexican artisans or Latinx owned small businesses, and they mainly carry home and kitchen items from all over the world. I think their stoneware and glassware is so high quality, and it just feels handmade when you pick it up. I think this picture is so beautiful and would be a great gift because it's made of natural materials, so it kind of fits into just about any design style, and it's really affordable. But if you wanted to kind of make it more of a bigger, kind of more impressive gift, you could also get like the little glasses that match and come with it, and maybe include like some drink ingredients with a recipe, or maybe like your favorite bottle of tequila or something. They have so many other great items on the website, like this really pretty dish towel, or these jars with teak wood lids, or just like little dishes that you maybe could store some flaky salt in. Tortoise General Store in West LA is such a cool place for really interesting minimal items. It's owned by, I think, just a collective of Japanese folks who focus on slow living and minimal intentional design so that the things that you're purchasing are not wasteful. So for this reason, their items are higher quality, but also tend to be a little bit pricier. However, they do have some items that are more affordable. They carry everything from like home, bath, dining, living, and they also have a cool selection of art and vintage decor. I really like the idea of giving someone this cast iron candle stand with some Worosuko candles. These apparently are made out of wax that's only from East Asia, and I think it's just a little bit less soot and chemicals in the air, and they plus just look really cool. I also think their tenogui, I think that's how you pronounce it, towels are absolutely gorgeous. You could give these as like a napkin set or as a dish towel, because I think we could all benefit from receiving some nice dish towels, as we all know how dingy they get. Additionally, all of the items on their site have fantastic descriptions, including the history and such. So if you learn more about their items and then share that with the person that you're gifting, I think that just makes the gift that much more memorable. So Goody is a curated marketplace for all types of homewares, and their main focus is to be ethically sourced and sustainable. And they're not really a small business per se, but they do work with small artisans and creators globally. And their purpose is to give them this giant platform and share their stories as well as all of their products. There are tons of really great items on this website that are actually pretty unique. I am super obsessed with this Spanish wool blanket, and I think a high quality blanket is such a good gift. I would love to personally receive this one, however, it is super pricey. So they do have monetary filters, like under $100 gifts, under $75, and even the ones under $50 are really good. Like this super pretty Italian clay pot. You could include some seeds with it if your friend's really into gardening, or they have this really pretty set of Colombian coasters that would pair so well with like a fun glassware set. Or there's these really chic Japanese tahaku candles that are made with washi paper as wicks. So this next company I think is a small business, but it's mainly a creative collaborator, and it's honestly one of my favorites. They're called Art of Play, and they solely create or collaborate with designers and artists on so many well-designed and thoughtful games, from super cool graphic puzzles to different types of brain teasers. These are really great affordable gifts for those adults who still love to play games and also want something that's aesthetically pleasing, so when they store it on their bookshelf in their living room or in their office, it's not going to be an eyesore. I also love these graphic puzzles and these really pretty wooden escape rooms that you have to answer riddles to in order to release what's inside. The MoMA store is a go-to option for really great gifts. A lot of them are inspired by artists or works of art, so they're really well designed and super creative. I also love that they provide price filters, so if you're shopping on a budget, it's really easy to find something super fun. I think something like these Eames playing cards would be great for somebody who loves game night and also mid-century modern design. Additionally, MoMA has some really great unique clocks, and I honestly feel like clocks are such a fun yet overlooked piece of home decor. This desk clock is one of my favorites, but they have tons of different styles, so it's definitely worth perusing. I also love this lamp because it's just really minimal and versatile. It's rechargeable, so it doesn't have a cord, so you can easily put it on like a kitchen counter or a bookshelf. And then there's this kettle, which is so simple and cute. They just have so many simple and unique items for just about anyone, including kids. Etsy is definitely the best place to find that little unique something for someone special. And my favorite places to shop on Etsy are these like curated shops that are basically thrift stores that are all nicely laid out. And each shop has so much variety, but they all have their own like different unique tastes and vibe. And everyone kind of has different vintage items to offer. For example, getting someone this like cute Danish stoneware mug set is so cute. You could include some hot cocoa or like a bag of beans or tea from your favorite local coffee shop. I personally love Dark Horse in San Diego and also Bird Rock. They have really great coffee, so if you're looking to try something new, they sell stuff online as well. Another really awesome idea could be this Scandinavian casserole dish with this really pretty design on it, which I think is really cool because you just can't find designs like this in big box stores. I also thought these cool vintage hooks would be so rad to receive as a gift. I think organization can be a fun gift if you find something that's really well designed. There's also this studio called Armor Studio Art, and they make these beautiful plant-like stained glass pieces. Some of them are like leaves that you could put into a vase, and the others are these really gorgeous like corner pieces you could put into a window. And I just think this is such a fun, cool, custom gift for someone who absolutely loves plants, or for those people who can't take care of them. This one is kind of a twofer because Block Shop collaborates with a lot of other really cool small brands that make really well-designed things. So I'll share those with you in a minute. But Block Shop is a woman-owned small business based in Los Angeles that creates mainly block printed textiles. They've got some seriously gorgeous designs that translate to napkins or tablecloths. I really love this grapes one. I think it's super gorgeous. They also make block prints, tea towels, wallpaper, rugs, and even these really super cool robes. They're definitely pricier, but I still think it's worth mentioning. However, their block print kits are super affordable and really great for a DIYer or designer friend. One of the really cool brands that I absolutely love that they've collaborated with, I think on like napkins and placemats, is Heath Ceramics in LA on Beverly. I used to go to this store all the time just to walk around and just see how much beautiful stuff is in there and admire how like well it's made. It's very, very expensive, but it's so nice and you should know about it. Another cool business they collabed with is Sway, an LA local woman-owned business that uses fabric waste to make some beautiful textiles for home or fashion. I just love their mission of taking discarded textiles and transforming them into something brand new and super beautiful. And all their stuff is just so colorful and has so much personality, so I had to share them. So hopefully now you feel like you know of some really great places to explore online to find some really unique and thoughtful gifts that people will find memorable and useful. If you don't know, I post home decor, DIY, and thrifting content here every single week. So if you're into that kind of thing, I'm sure you will enjoy this video where I talk about the 10 best renter-friendly hacks that you probably haven't tried yet. Other than that, happy holidays and happy shopping. I will see you guys next week. Bye.